to the topic of the discussion and hit the issues you typically find reluctant. Remove the facade to fill the gap with some substance. We undermining problems, expecting to overcome it. Please hold the applause. We doing it for the cause. People follow culture before they follow the laws. We rather face the friction and not attempt it at all. Persistence will find solutions once our contentment dissolves. There's a hard pill to swallow for anyone breathing, both for folks who stay woke and those who be dreaming. We ain't slaves, yet we still ain't experienced freedom. What we need is the keys to access the kingdom. We're all in this fallen world trying to stay intact. I'm just a beggar, point you out to where the bread is at. So follow the breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel. Thank Yogi Bear and the thought engineer for that on Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. Woo!
What's going on, good people? Welcome back to Man Talk Mondays. It's Derek the Thought Engineer here with my man, comedian John Yogi. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm feeling good, man. Matter of fact, I finna start back working. Finna get off the couch playing PlayStation all day. I'm finna start back working.
Oh, so back working. Oh, I thought you better say you saw.
Nah, I ain't going back to work on that. Feeling good, man. Feeling really good, man. Feeling ready to get this show on, man. Should be a good one today.
Yeah, man. You know, we all about the hot topics. At least we try to be anyway. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this. Man Talk Mondays. Remind everybody what we are, who we are, and everything. It's a Man Talk Mondays. It's an open forum where we give you the rational realities of relationships. But of course, we're doing it from a man's perspective. Now, keep in mind, this conversation is not just for men. We want everybody to join in. How you do this? Go into the comment section, leave your comment, leave your question. We can see this. And this is how you holler at us. This is how you talk to us. But by all means, we want to hear from you. Yeah, you sitting right there. We want to hear from you. So hit us up. Kid folk, where you at?
Pull up.
Come on in here. Get on in here.
Get you something to smoke on and something to drink on. And pull up a chair. Get your ashtray.
Get your plate. It's dinner time anyways. Get your plate. With your hocks and your greens and your
in the Black House, like they need a 9. You 9 to 10 for the Black House.
They left over from yesterday because it was Sunday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got your yams and your greens, and you went over somebody's house and got it. I don't know if you cooked it yourself, but let's go and jump in it. Well, before we get into that, it is, I think it's Fade in the Water Day. You remember Fade in the Water?
Oh yeah, it was it's a year. It was a year today, right?
Yeah. I think it was a year
when he threw the hat up.
He threw the hat up. Fade in the water.
I was surprised I didn't hear more about it though. I thought I would have heard more about us kind of coming together. I really didn't hear nothing about it.
If you're gonna kumbaya, that's how you do.
You know when the guy jumped in the pool.
Oh,
when he jumped in the water to swim, that was the biggest thing for me. He had to fro, and it didn't shrink his fro because normally the water hits your fro, and you got the teeny weeny after that. But
you got to catch the symbolism. See, the water symbolized the oceans that our ancestors had to cross.
Okay.
Okay. So real quick, if fill in the blank on this, if blank was an Olympic sport, I get the gold medal. What would that be for you?
Irritating or getting my wife nerves.
Oh,
if getting on Cheryl nerves was an Olympic sport, but he scores again. He scores again.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Oh my God. Yes. Well, you ought to see a look on the people when she see me coming.
Again, going for the goal again.
Well, you got the goal. Leave me be. Yeah, man. What about you?
Man, I'm trying to think if, man, that's a good question. If I'm gonna say this, Procrastinating was Olympic sport.
See, I was trying to go positive. I was trying to, because I was gonna say if sleeping was the goal medal. Oh, brother, running away. Say he slept a 10.44 because I can get into bed and as soon as my head hit the pillow, I'll be right. Say if they timed how fast you can go to sleep.
Now that one, yeah, you have competition on that one, buddy.
Brother, because if I'm tired enough, soon my head hit the pillow, man, I'm. We got a world record.
Mika said being late.
Oh,
she said,
wow.
I'm yet praying.
Oh my God, that's funny. And like, can she be 10 minutes?
And the crazy thing is, even when you try to trick yourself, you still late. You still be late. You be like, try to trick yourself on time. It don't work. It don't even work. My wife said, if insomnia was an Olympic sport,
staying up every night,
bruh, man. I go to sleep and wake up and she's still up.
Looking at you like this.
I was like, you ain't getting no sleep. Now she blamed me for some of it though. A lot of the time she blamed me. She said I'd be tossing, turning, keeping up all kinds of racket and stuff when I'm sleeping. But
what about y'all? What y'all got?
Yeah.
So if blank was Olympic sports, you win gold in it. What y'all got?
How you gonna win the gold? What you got to win the gold? Y'all let us know. If blank was an Olympic sport, you get the gold medal. What would it be? What would it be?
So we got late, sleeping, procrastinating. You said procrastinating. That was good.
Yeah, man. I did, bro.
Oh, wow. Would you win gold, D?
I win gold, bro. I win gold. But I recently found out why I procrastinate. So it's not as bad. Cheryl said speeding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Lead foot, huh?
Oh, yes. 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 So I thought it was sport today. If being at the crunkest table,
okay,
was a say like if we had a party, every table I'm at, we always having a really good time at my table because I'm normally clowning.
Okay,
at the table.
All
so
right.
The crunkest table was a sport.
Keep it lit, huh?
Yes,
okay,
yes,
all right,
yes.
Keep it lit award. Dr. Selena says Cheryl Lewis wine. Drinking wine was a Olympic sport.
They talk about her like they do Michael Jordan. Oh, and the way she popped those tops. Oh, and she poured without even looking at the glass.
Say Cheryl Biles, huh?
Say Cheryl. Oh, that's funny, Dave. Oh, that's funny.
Let's go hop into this one tonight. So, talking about tonight. You ain't no man. Asking the question, is black manhood doomed? Is black manhood doomed? Now, is there any other phrase that a man could hear to demean him and crush his spirits like a woman, his woman, not a woman, but his woman telling him, you ain't no man?
Is there anything? No, that's about it. There. If you wanna go for the juggler, that is the kill shot right there. Is telling the man that saying that to another man and telling him he's not a man, because which means or makes him think that you know and understand what a real man is. Right. And that's not him.
I remember it was a long time ago. We were hanging out with this married couple and they had a little girl. And I remember the little girl, she was acting up or something. Her daddy tried to reprimand her. And she said, Mama the man, you ain't the man. That's what she said. And bro,
She said it in front of y'all?
She was a little girl. She didn't, clearly
she didn't have enough coof to pull him to the side.
No.
Come here, Dad.
Let me holler at you, please. Let me holler. No. She put that out, which said to me, this had to be something
that was said
that was said that she had that heard before.
Well, oftentimes when you arguing with people, you're trying to win. We don't argue to be we don't argue to be nice or to get our way, or to make them see our side of what the argument is actually about. Because actually, when you argue, you're supposed to be trying to convince somebody that your way or what you're doing is better than their way.
Right.
But that's not why we argue. We argue to win. I got to reach inside of you and pull everything out and leave you on the floor when we can do our because we're arguing.
Okay, so let's make the distinction, because arguing is not a problem. It's the fight. It becomes a fight when it's arguing is a point. When we're dealing with the points.
Yes.
I'm giving my side, you giving your side, you know what I'm saying? We may not disagree, but when it comes to, oh, you ain't such and such, or you this and you that now it turns into a fight. That's a fight. And the goal is to win. So I'm gonna hit you. But even in that, if somebody goes there with you, how do you feel about them? If they take it there, how does it make you feel about them?
Well,
can you recover that?
Well, I don't think in a relationship. I think if they pulling that button right there, I don't think it's no coming back from that button.
And no coming back from that.
Well, especially because you are poisoning the well.
Oh man,
you poisoning the well if you got kids, if you arguing and the kids are this, especially if there's a little girl in the house, if there's a boy in the house, you poisoning the well because you letting the family know. I know what a real man is, and this, but what I chose ain't it.
Yeah,
what I chose ain't it.
Now the thing about it, before I go to Dr. Celine, the thing about it, when you throw that out there,
ain't no taking it back.
It's out there. You gonna take that with you, because your mind still gonna be going over that even after y'all may kind of reconcile or whatever. That's gonna still be in your mind.
It's the equivalent of throwing a hand grenade.
Okay.
Once the hand grenade goes out, okay. Whoa. Let me get that back. Can I get that back? Can I get that back? Right. Because whatever it hits, it's gonna destroy.
Yeah. So
you have it's funny. We can have those things in our arsenal, but man, you got to be careful when we use certain things, because some things are just meant to have and not use. I am clearly convinced. Yeah, you're not supposed to use everything in your arsenal. You are no. Oh, you talked about his mama. You can't talk about the mama. You can't. It's just some things we just not supposed to do.
You're right. Dr. Selena says, I had a friend whose wife said that to him, and his whole drive to be the man changed, and he contemplated leaving the marriage. That statement is extremely dangerous in a relationship. I absolutely agree. Extremely dangerous. If that man is still there, he's a shell of himself. He is a shell of himself, because those words will constantly ring in his head.
But what warrants though? When is it okay to say, boy, you ain't worth a quarter?
Now, saying you ain't worth a quarter is one thing, but saying you ain't a man, telling a man you ain't no man,
that's the kill shot.
That's the kill shot.
That's the kill shot.
That's exactly what it is. That's the kill shot. Mika says, I got one phrase that the devil gave to she said the devil gave it to her. But I used it once and saw that man's soul leave his body. No way I can use it again. 3 simple words. What's the 3 simple words, Mika? These 3 words.
What, you ain't ish? Because I didn't heard that one before a time or two. That didn't bother. I kept that moving. That didn't bother me.
That's what I'm saying. Does that one sting? That one sting is worse than you ain't no man?
No, they go to no. Because when somebody say you're not a man, to me, I'm old school. It equivalates me that I can't say that. That I'm of the girl persuasion. I'm a little Makes me think that I'm not a man about mine.
Wow.
I was trying to think of another word.
Bro, that's because that's That's serious.
I'm serious.
That's serious.
Because you can't, and I think people don't understand. This is why I try to explain to my kids all the time. You got to be careful what comes out of your mouth.
Yeah,
because you can't take it back. Somebody is so easily torn down. People are easily torn down, but you have hell trying to fix them, trying to put that thing back together.
Right. That phrase is a severe form of rejection. And yes. I remember talking to somebody and they said rejection is so bad because rejection confirms the worst things we think about ourselves.
Well, most people are already insecure. Okay. Everybody, I believe this, and you jump all over if I'm wrong. I believe there's a certain amount of insecurity with everybody. I think everybody has now, whether it's 5%, 20%, I don't know, but I do understand and think that everybody has a certain amount of it. And all that thing needs to be, for example, if it's 5%, all it needs is watering. To turn into 15 to 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you want to water something, put that on.
And the thing is, especially when it comes to your woman, her words hit harder.
Well, because she know you, because it's personal.
Yeah, it's extremely personal.
Because we have been together, me and Shirley have been together long enough to where if I want to hurt her,
I know how to do it. Know what to say. Know what to say.
And I more importantly, I know what not to say.
Right. So if those words come out, and I don't know what the phrase is for a woman, what the kill shot phrase is for a woman, but if you go there, you've hit a level of just, I don't care no more, that I think it's hard to come back from. Mika says, I sent it to Selena.
I don't know why she would just.
I don't know why she would just. That must mean we cannot put it on the screen.
See,
yeah,
that's what I was saying. because it's the thing. By you saying that, you are equating that you don't have what it takes to be a man.
Right.
So, what is the box check?
Right.
For women to qualify you as men, what is the check boxes? When do the boxes stop getting checked about you being that?
Now that's a good question, because we have to ask the question: who has the right to qualify?
What's a man?
What's a man and what's not?
Well, I was thinking about this earlier today. One of the things, especially in relationships, when we're trying to get things figured out, and there's a lot of frustration that goes on in relationship. There is a lot of frustration.
What are you talking about?
And whether it's warranted or from someone else, but in relationships, there are going to be peaks and valleys in relationships.
Yeah.
And during those peaks and valleys, there are, just relationships are frustrating anyway. And for you to be at a point of frustration where you say, now I must break him. You don't want that. You saying you done with that relationship. And it's funny about that, because I was on TikTok today and I saw this lady. She was crying. This white lady. She was crying on TikTok today. She said, I divorced my husband, moved on so quick. He moved on so quick. She was crying, and now I gotta do everything alone. I gotta go to the store alone. I gotta go out to dinner alone. I gotta do all this alone. But before y'all go on the further, I want to say it was my idea to get the divorce. And I thought, wait a minute.
Right.
You can't have it. You can't have it both ways. Either you want the relationship or you don't. Because when you start doing around the D word, you don't throw around. See, that's another word. Divorce and not a man. You can't play with those words.
Can't play with them at all. At all. Dr. Selena says manhood equals the drive, strive, and ability to pursue, protect, and provide. We got that. Pursue, protect, provide. Is that what it's about?
I think it's worse than that. I think that may be the corporate definition, but I think the one that reaches out and gets us is you can't. If somebody says you ain't no man, I automatically go to sexually, or automatically go to me not or provide. Well, sexually though. Okay, I'm hold on. I'm not disagreeing with Selena and what the definition say. Just let me say that I know everybody's shocked. I'm shocked too. I'm not disagreeing with her, but when I think about it, I think more personally, I think that she's saying everything go to sex to me. You can't satisfy me. You can't. You ain't providing.
My thing with the whole thing is because we asked the question, who has the right to define what a man is? I don't think women have that right. And this is why I say this. I don't think women have that right because women are going to base it on their own interest.
Oh, wow.
And being a man goes so far outside of what their interest is that if we are boxed into their interest, we're missing a mark.
Yeah, we would never be a man then.
Right. We're missing a mark because they're not going to go against their own interest.
Yeah.
And when a man gotta put his foot down type stuff, and people be like, "Oh, you going no?"
Because that's what a real man is. A real man is the one that can put that like the definition said, provides and protects. And by doing that, sometimes you're not often liked because no, honey, you can't do that. No, we can't do this. No, this is. No, we're planning for something. No, we're trying to do something bigger. You're not the favorite.
And let me say this. Just let women know. A man protecting is not covering you in foolishness. That's not what protection is.
Yes. Yeah.
You go, you mess up or you start something with somebody, then say, "Ooh, get him." No. That ain't how we do things.
Oh man,
that ain't how we do things.
It's funny. This black girl was on TikTok. She was like, "Ladies, please stop. Please stop running off at the mouth with other people getting your man into stuff that he can't get you out of."
Right.
Because I watched this man. She said, "I watched this man get knocked out." In the next 3-4 minutes, his woman was trying to wake him up, while the other guy was like, "Now see what you done did." And so they going over there and get him.
Yeah, because a man is not going to hit the woman if there's a man close by. If he that's what he's going for.
Oh, I remember that time.
That's what he's going for.
Oh, I remember that time when this woman was giving me the business, and her man was standing next to her, and I wanted to punch him out so bad. Oh, I want to punch him out so bad. I want to punch him out right now as I'm thinking about it.
Still got some heat on that thing.
Well, because I'm like, dude, get your girl. Right. Now, listen, this one that I'm not gonna let my wife give no other man the business because I'm not gonna allow her to put herself in a situation where she can be disrespected.
Right. Yeah. No, that make perfect sense. Doc Selena says, John Lewis, you said it. The providing of the knocking outeth of the backeth.
But because I'm trying to think, and to that point, why would she say most of the time when somebody says something like that to you, it's because they either can't have their way or you're not allowing them to do something that they want to do. Because women normally don't say you ain't no man if you got money, if you doing
as long as they get what they want.
Well, yes, absolutely.
No, you the man. They get what they want. You the man. But there are restraints. There's parameters. There are boundaries to this whole thing. Now, some guys got it. They boundaries stretch far and wide because they just got resources like that. But
now I remember one time. I remember me and Cheryl. We probably had been married about 10 years or something, and we was on the struggle bus. And we happened to be driving the. We wasn't only the struggle bus driver. We was the president of the struggle bus, the corporation. And I just remember the frustration with Cheryl about us struggling. And she would say to me, "Hey," she get through crying and throwing her tantrum. "Hey man, I'm tired of this. I want better. I see everybody doing this, and we can't never do none of it."
Oh wow.
Now, and even then, in her being tired of struggling, she didn't say, "Now I break him." You ain't no man. And go, I
life melting.
Exactly. Because there's no coming back from that. Because this is the thing. I never forgot the day she told me that. I never forgot that. And she didn't even have a kill shot with it. If she had hit me with something like you were like Nika said, or you ain't no, there's no coming back from it. You might as well go home and pack his clothes up and sit in my side. There ain't no coming back from it.
No, you ain't coming back from that one. You are not coming back from that one.
And I have said some stuff over my comedic years. I have said some stuff, man, that was really funny, but ain't no coming back from it. And that's worse. That's worse than all of that.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's absolutely worse. So it's the frustration. It's the frustration of women, especially black women, as it pertains to black men. Is the frustration warranted? Or do they have justification?
Something happened. And I'm surprised we hadn't talked about this before, but something has happened with men and women in our community where, man, it's they. And I heard somebody say this, and we say this all the time. Black women go to college white women go to college to get a man. Black women go to show that they don't need a man.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, and when you think about that, you're like, oh no, it couldn't be like that. But I think it's absolutely true. I think mothers have their daughters in college, so you her girl, so you subconsciously, subliminally, they tell them, so you won't need a man. And so we act like, and I think it's this generation has gotten to this generation where, man, where they feel like they don't need us. And so if you feel like you don't need something and all he's provided is this, as soon as you get mad, you're going to say what's in your heart. And I think that's in their heart, that they don't need a man. So how do you get rid of a man? You tell him, you ain't no man anyway.
Right.
What?
Right. Because that's the collective message that is being put out there.
Yes.
Because the I don't need a man is almost as bad as you are not a man. But here's the problem. When we came up in that single parent home, the absence of that father didn't just affect the guys, it affected the women too.
Yes.
And the problem was mama was left to define what manhood was to the girls and to the guy. And she made the woman feel like, listen, these jokers ain't gonna do nothing but run off on you because that's what Leroy did. And they ain't gonna do nothing but run off on you, so you get where you don't need them. And then at the same time, you telling the man, you telling the boy how to quote unquote be a man as it pertains to a woman, but that's based on your flawed perception because you speaking from a point of disappointment and hurt.
Yeah.
You speaking to what you wish you had versus what you needed.
Ain't no worse than you wish you had, though.
Oh man. And that would be assuming that everybody knows what they need. Everybody don't know that. That is, says, ask a woman how they see their father, you will get your answer. I saw that. I think I saw something about that today. Talking about a lot of young women, I'm gonna say young women, don't see their fathers as men.
Really?
Yep.
Or they
depending on the relationship they had, but thinking about the state of the black family.
There's a show that comes on. I think Selena was telling me about it. It's the one with the girl that used to do the president. The girl that the girl was on the president. Used to mess with the president. He was white.
Oh, I understand.
I can't watch it.
I can't think. It's Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington. She's in the show with the black guy.
She's a psychologist.
It's called prison. It's called
Unprisoned. Unprisoned. He said the girl that used to do the president. Unprisoned. Yeah. Unprisoned.
And she in the show where her dad had kind of disappointed her all her life, man. And it's tough. It's a tough watch at times because she keeps trying to she can't get past what she went through as a child with him.
Right.
And she keeps holding him to the same standard that she had for him when she was a child. And she's
a therapist.
Yes.
But the thing I like about the show, she finally gets to understand what made him who he was.
Mm-hmm. Well,
she gets some insight into his past to see what made him who he was.
Once we get older, man, it's kind of something for us to be able to kind of say, okay, I'm an adult now. I kind of understand why Dad was in some of the things he was doing, like, because I know Mom, and I understand the whole dynamic of it now as an adult, because you're either going through it with your girlfriend or you know somebody that is, so it's easier to understand when you're an adult. But I think you're on to something when you say the relationships with because Sure has a real good relationship with her dad, and in turn it makes our relationship better because her relationship is. And her dad has a lot of guns, which in turn makes my relationship with him really good. I love him. I love him. But I think there's something to that, though.
The thing when I look at that, and I think I may have told my father-in-law that I did tell him. I said, your daughters get what they get from us because of who you are, because there's a line in their mind that they don't go to. They don't go there. You know what I'm saying? Because they've seen
where the real
right. He wasn't just there, he was present. You know what I'm saying? He was active. Wow. And
what a real man is
that makes a difference in forming their perception and how they deal with the men, and
but it sounds even bad to say they got to see what a real man was. It's just,
listen, manhood has to be observed. Manhood has to be observed. Manhood isn't something that you just come up with off the dome. You need to see it. You need to see an example of it. It needs to be something set before you so that you can pattern yourself after it. And the thing is, what we patterned ourselves after hasn't been
about being really off.
Yeah. That is, says, what's been removed, daughter saying, I want someone like my dad, to daughter growing up saying the opposite, and husband pay for it. Oh, wow. Right. So we move from little girls growing up wanting a man like their dad
just to you're compromised if he can
yeah, just whatever you can get.
Who we, man?
So do you think we actually have a real crisis when it comes to?
I do, especially when you got other countries saying if y'all don't want them, we'll take them.
Oh wow! Oh, you talking about Japan?
Japan and Germany.
Oh, Germany too. Yeah,
I mean that's that. Yeah, we got a problem when all these black single women are here. And you got countries saying, "Hey, if they ain't doing right by you, we got a problem. We have a problem." Because I'm black. I'm black. I'm down with the people. I'm down for the cause. The people. I'm for it. But hey, but there's an issue. There is definitely a problem.
Right.
And if you're a single black woman right now, and you in your late 30s, and if you pass 35, shouldn't you be worried?
Yeah, I think so. And men are tired of having to fight you to be with you. Ifia says that's good. Manhood has to be observed.
He say fight you to be with you.
No, because that's basically you gotta conquer me to for me to let's see, this is Wowzers. Wowzer says, oh, here before you blow up. Okay. This thing has gotten so bad with men and women today that people thrive off the negativity to the point that nobody is even listening for a solution. They just love the mess so much because it draws so much attention that we keep up the foolishness the whole time. Families, relationships are being wrecked because of all this foolishness we keep up.
But the worst thing that can happen to the generation is there's a conundrum. Okay. I want to be independent, but I want you to still open the doors for me. I want chivalry to still be alive. But whoa. But I don't want you getting up in the truck and I can set up. Like, wait a minute. We can't We have to figure out what it is that we want from men. Because right now, I don't believe women know. You can't want just financially from men. Men are chivalrous. I think men want to open doors. I think men want to take you out. Men want to do stuff for you. And the minute you start telling them, nah, I'm good, I don't need you taking me out, I can take myself out. You start you start turning them light switches off. You're gonna lose men.
Yeah. We program different. Typically, from women I've observed, women, when they want something, they're considering the benefits to them. They're not considering the cost to them. They push that off on us. We got to consider the cost.
Yes, all the time. That's what we do.
We got to consider the cost. And when we look at the cost, and if we like, it's not adding up.
That's too much. You're too much of a headache. Because we do headache. We do headache to find this ratio. Let me make sure I get this. We do headache to find this ratio. And if you real fine, you start here. And the headache portion can't reach halfway. If the headache part reach halfway, now I got to start ghosting you. I got to start, I'm real sick. I got the bubonic plague. I got
he
something.
Said bubonic
I got to go
plague.
to the moon. I got to go to the moon on Thursday. I ain't going to be able to take it out. I ain't going to be back the next week. I got to do something because you can't be more of a headache than you are fine or interesting. You have to be worth it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times women want to be who they are and not who they need to be.
So let's talk about the business. Let's talk about the business though. Let me get Dr. Selena. She says, that's what's great about having a deep connection. You begin to understand what each other needs, and it has nothing to do with society's ideas of womanhood and manhood.
Agree.
Thaddeus says, the crisis is not understanding each other's worth. Another culture will fight for what they desire, where our culture is worrying about monetary things. You're absolutely right. We're losing our sense of social responsibility to maintaining the family. We are absolutely losing that. But getting back to the business, when we talk about manhood, are we measuring up today? Are we getting it done?
I want to say I would like to say we are, but from what I'm seeing, I think we're falling short. And I think, the funny thing about men, we'll do as much as we have to do for a woman.
Oh yeah.
We'll get schooling, we'll get the jobs, we'll dress, we'll get them all the earrings out our nose and our head and our hair and our neck and our back and the side, and we'll do all we got to do for them.
Right.
But if I don't think they're not requiring us to go the extra mile for them. I think we're falling short, but I think it's as much to do with them as it is us, though.
Yeah. So I don't know about you. Do you feel like you had just growing up, you had what you needed to grow to be a man, like what you understand a man is?
I never questioned it. I knew I needed to get a job. I knew if I wanted a family, I knew I needed to support them. I knew I needed to be there. I knew I couldn't do what I saw my dad do in my marriage to last. I knew, but as far as ever questioning if I was enough to be a man, I never questioned it, because I think the minute you start questioning manhood, so what makes you a man? Why do you feel like you're not a man? You got to figure that part out. Well, I don't make enough money. Well, if you work hard and anything, you'll eventually get it. Well, if I can't provide all the stuff, well, all that, a lot of stuff, material stuff comes when it's supposed to come most of the time. And it helps build character for both of y'all. So, and I didn't really have a lot of older people in my life telling me what hey, you're not a man because you need to be more of this, or she needs to be more of that. I had a dude say, he say this, well, if you can't go and get her all the stuff she wants, somebody else to go get it for her. That was the extent of my manhood talk. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna holler at you, sir. You gone.
Oh, wow.
That was the extent of my manhood talk.
Really?
That was the extent of it.
But he had no about how you go get it. Huh?
No help. That was it right there. But and again, I think, man, it is funny. I think we are our own worst enemies when it comes to black men and black women.
Oh.
I think we're doing each other a disservice. I think we could be so much greater together. But man, we are a freaking mess by ourselves.
We are. Like I said, man, we're thriving off the negativity so much right now, man. It's like doesn't seem hopeful. It does not seem hopeful.
This woman has said today, she said, where are all the men at? I'm sick of, she said, I helped my friend move all weekend. We was moving couches and furniture and stuff. Where are all the real men at? And I'm thinking, okay, is she married? She got a boyfriend? so she felt like because her and her friend girl were moving, the guys just supposed to see butt and titties and just supposed to come running to help them move.
Right.
That's how she sounded.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I was calling people, everybody's busy. I'm like, again, y'all, what side of the street y'all gonna stand on?
Yeah.
Either you want us to take care of you where you gotta listen to what we say, or you don't. Or either you get your coin together and you hire somebody and then men will show up for you like you want to.
Right. Because I guarantee you the guy she called, they didn't call the taste of that attitude before. So they like, you can have that.
I'm gonna tell you what else they didn't call the taste of. They didn't call the taste of, I'm gonna take you out there. Well, you know what? I'm gonna get on in this house. So, I'm tired. I gotta get up in the morning. He's like, but I done spent $1,000 on dinner tonight. Yeah, I know, but you're a man, you supposed to. And I'm gonna get on. You got one time to hit him with that.
Yeah, everybody's clear. Seems to be clear on what men should be doing.
Well, and it's funny because marriage, and I hope I'm not jumping all over.
No, you're good.
But what's clear is when marriages start, the women always say, "I'll follow him as long as he follow God."
Oh. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I'm gonna follow him, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait.
Time out. Any women listening, because like you said, as long as he following God, right?
That's what they say.
I mean, I want somebody who's spirit led. That's
what they say.
How do you know? Any women listen? I want you to answer this question for me. How do you know a man is spirit led? How do you know? How do you know he's a man of God? How do you know he's spirit led? When you see a man and you said, I need somebody that's following God. How do you qualify that this man is following God? Please let me know.
They're only saying that when he start doing what they don't agree with. But this the thing though. When you in marriage, what I have learned is don't nobody know what they're doing in marriage. There is no script. He is trying to figure it out like you trying to figure out. And get this though, he is trying to figure out how to be the man of the house like you should be trying to figure out how to be the woman of the house. And how you be the woman of the house is praying and supporting for that man and not fighting him at every turn with y'all pray. If you're not confident in what he's doing, pray for that man.
Right.
Or I'm going to do you one better. Pray with that man.
Oh, we'll pray with him. Oh, okay,
bro. I'm saying
I don't see no comments popping up. That's what I was looking. I don't see no comments.
We are too powerful of people to be where we are, and God and with God sitting on the throne.
Oh man, and even when we recognize the distraction that's keeping us from coming together, we still choose the foolishness
because we want our way.
You're absolutely right. We definitely want our way. We definitely. Women, let me know. How do you know a man is spirit led? How do you spot a man and say, "Ooh, that's a spirit led man. That's a man of God right there. I want to follow."
He can't be spirit. He can't be spirit led if he in the boots. He can't be spirit led.
You got it in the blender.
I'm beating y'all. Ooh, did you feel that? Ooh, I felt it.
They're the wrong spirit. Brandy says you don't until a crisis. Okay, so in a crisis, based on how he moves, this is how you recognize that a man is spirit led. Okay,
You'll know before the crisis, because you'll see his walk. You'll see the type of man you see with integrity. Because generally crisis only brings out what's in you, but that's because you're not paying attention to what you seen prior. You see whether or not he got integrity.
but I kind of get what she's saying. I can kind of get what she's saying.
I don't get it.
Because in a crisis, because you can fake the rest of the stuff because you working off your head knowledge. Not that you working off your head knowledge.
You ain't blending nobody.
You ain't blending nobody.
You ain't blending them.
But in a crisis, what's in your heart come out. Who you really are comes out. And when you observe people in a crisis, it's just like you're a military guy, right?
Yeah.
They put you in intense situations to
see
what?
See what you
to see what you really gonna do.
See what your default is.
To see what your default is. So I get what she's saying. That default, based on that default, how they react, that'll tell you what you're dealing with. So I can go with that.
Well, all right, I guess.
Lucy says, when you know what the Bible says about being a godly woman, you will know when he's a man of God. It's distinct. Now, let me just say this. It's going to sound bad. I already know already. Attending church does not mean you're a godly woman.
Oh, brother, because I knew when the dude was running through him at the church. I thought we was going to have to put him in jail. Brother, don't run through nobody else. Please don't run through nobody else.
We had to have a meeting.
Well, tell that man to keep his pants.
Man.
That brother would come to church with his pants unbuckled. You hear me? That's how bad he was running through him. Brother, you ain't going to buckle your pants up? No, because I'm hitting them in here. Tell me I'm lying.
No, you weren't lying.
Nah, that brother,
you weren't lying.
That brother was hitting him and quitting him. And this what kills me. He was a security guard. Not that there's nothing wrong with security guard. That is fine work. But the way you'd have thought he was security guard for Jerry Jones, the way he was doing it.
Oh man.
He was security guard over at Big T was on.
He
So
said
like,
Big
really?
T.
That's what we doing? That's what we doing?
Yeah, top flight, huh?
Well, I'm gonna go. I'm just, hey man.
But no, because listen, that distinction has to be made. That distinction has to be made. Just because you attend church, you can go 7 days a week. That does not mean you're a godly woman. If you ain't doing what's in the book,
but see,
cancel all that.
And to her point, she said this. I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna say you don't figure out who neither one of y'all are till crisis comes. Because when the crisis comes, if he's not doing what you think he should be doing, how you gonna deal with that?
Yeah.
Are you gonna throw your tantrum? Are you gonna call your daddy? You gonna call your mama? How you gonna deal with it? Because let me say this is my caveat to that too. It's great having parents. It really is. My wife and my daughter and myself, we have a great relationship with our daughter. But when my daughter gets married in 6 months, they got to work it out. We not gonna. Don't call us when the relationship when stuff start happening because it's gonna happen. Y'all work it out. If y'all need us to talk to us, okay, fine. But that calling us every time, calling somebody every time, give me nope, that's not what we doing.
Man, I will say when I married my wife, my father-in-law came to me and said, "All right, she ain't my daughter no more. She your wife." He said that's your wife now. That's what he told her. Right, you got her. Precious Watkins says, "I agree with Brandy. It's not until a challenge or crisis occurs and his actions line up with the word of God."
Well,
before we get to Brandy,
okay, because somebody better do something.
His actions lining up with the word of God. You need to have enough God to recognize that it's God that he's working on. You know what I'm saying? You got to, because that recognition. If you don't know him, then you won't recognize. Because
why are you looking so?
God is not telling him stuff that's gonna make you comfortable. He's gonna tell him what's necessary, and that's not gonna always vibe with your comfort meter, and you got to deal with it. Brandy says, yes, if you are praying as a wife, asking God, then you will see if he obey God or not.
But see, that's the okay. Go ahead.
That says, are your responses fleshly or righteous? Randy said, "Amen, brother-in-law."
That's yours. Who is she? Is she your brother-in-law?
Oh yeah, that's my wife's best friend.
I knew it was something.
She said, "Amen, brother John." She gave you one too. Precious says you both have to know the word. Absolutely.
But the problem is, most of the time in married relationships, when we're young in them, we know enough for the word to be dangerous.
Right.
And that's why it's important to have a village of people around you that you can confide in, that you can talk to. Because listen, relationships are tough.
Yes. And I'm glad you said having that village. I'm gonna get back to that in just a second. Doc Selena says, I dated a guy once and we were in a bad space. And I said, we should pray together, as John suggested. I said, a family that prays together stays together. He said, we ain't family.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I knew the spirit is not leading this boy.
Wow.
Now, here's the thing. From manhood to marriage to all of this, we don't have elders, and it's hurting us. We don't have people who have the experience that we can.
No, stop.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Right, but hold on.
You need somebody.
This is the conversation that me and Cheryl just had. Okay. So explain this to me. Women, explain this to me. When you have people that have been through it, when you see people that have been through it, why are we not going to these people asking them? My wife over here gets on my nerves to no extent. and we've been married long enough where she can tell you some stuff. Don't nobody call her to say, "Girl, how you doing? Why is it that we don't go to the people that we can go to do it?" And it baffles me because we got people.
I think it's the whole coming to them in a crisis. You got to have rapport. You got to be around people to where it's not always about the issue. You got to just hang around. They just got to
yeah. Okay.
We went to hang out, fellas, went to hang out, and you had a wide age range of guys there.
Sure did.
From wisdom to, hey man, we just trying to hang around so we can absorb what's going on. That is needed, and especially for manhood, that's needed. We are lacking that standard that says black men are XYZ. We're lacking that standard to where every young man that comes up, it's understood what I gotta do, what I gotta achieve, the kind of person I have to be for as far as a husband, as far as a father, and all of that. We don't have that standard set across just black men as far as manhood is concerned, period. So that any young man comes up, the standard is understood. We've lost that.
Yeah, well, I would agree.
And that's why I've said that observation, because young guys watch. They watch. They definitely watch. And I realize they watch when I hear my nephew talk and he starts, man, I remember when you did such and such. I remember when you said such. And I'm just being me, but he's paying attention.
I use Ike Turner as my inspiration. When she don't sing or cook or something, I say,
eat the cake and me. Precious says, okay, I can get with the village. Mika says, cause we're scared of truth and the time that we may have been wasted.
Oh wow. Mika, you said something then.
Truth don't always it's like good medicine. You know what I'm saying? It don't taste good, but it's good for you. Gary says, this Lady Tillerson. This is Lady Tillerson, the wife. She says, you will know when you ask them to do something out of God's will and how they living their life. Okay.
Well, hold on. Well, what?
Can you pull them off sides?
Hold on to that point.
Can you pull him off sides?
It depends on what you're using to pull them off sides. Because most of the time, depending on how the relationship is gone and what y'all have been doing up until that point, you'll already know whether or not he can be compromised. You can already know whether or not he jumps off side or not. Listen, if you're not having sex, you're gonna find out early what side he playing on. You're gonna find out early whether or not he with you for the sex or whether he with you for you. You're gonna find that out real early. So you can't. So if you can use sex to get him jump off side, how did you get him to this point? Because most of the time when you're not sleeping with men after a certain amount of time, if they're not really into it, they gone.
Yeah. And it's been proven the greatest competition guy got, as far as a man is concerned, is a woman.
And women can't hold themselves anyway. You touch their backs, their legs don't just fly over. What we doing? Everybody has to have standards. And that's funny because it's funny. Everybody jump on and say what the man standards are. Can we have some standards? Can y'all help us be right? Can y'all help us and not drag? I mean, again, we could really be great together, but the only way we could be great together is we got to be both following God together. Don't just put it on me. Help me help you. Stop rubbing on me like that.
Gary said,
I'm just saying,
that's why we got married, because he didn't want to have sex.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, that's when you get them short engagements. We're going down to the courthouse.
We're going to do about 15 minutes. So get you. Yeah. Amen. Because anytime you hear, because people still do it the right way. Contrary to what social media, everybody say, people still do it the right way. And that's a blessing to hear that people still do it the right way.
Well, I know Gary. He and his wife, they've been together 30 plus years too. So they, Doc Selena says, John Lewis, boy, bye. Stop trying to pry legs open.
You ain't got to pry. Wait a minute, y'all need to stop.
He's saying you ain't got to pry. He said there's a button you push. It's a release. No, but one of the greatest tragedies that the black community has hit the black community is women trying to be men. This whole masculinity, and in trying to be men, they try to treat sex like men do.
Oh, and they can't.
You can't. It is not. Listen, the game is not equal. It is not equal. So we get into this trope. Now, don't nobody supposed to be doing nothing.
And I want to say that. Don't nobody should be running through nobody. Everybody should keep their hands and their legs to themselves. But I don't think you can be more wronger than a woman trying to do what a man do and then says, because that's what men do. Men do it. That can't be your excuse.
Right. It cannot be an excuse. Because if we stupid, you just gonna sign up for stupid? That's because you see us doing it. And the perception is we get away with it. No, we don't. No, we do not.
Because and this is the thing. People want to see you get punished for it right then.
Oh, yeah.
They want to see your legs get switched right then.
Right.
Believe me when I tell you, the leg switching is coming.
Oh, yeah.
You just not gonna be around to see it. Just like if you doing what he do, the leg switching is coming.
Yes. When a man looks in his grown kid's eyes and they looking at him with disgust, that don't sit well with him. Yep, Gary says just made 33 years on Friday. Congratulations.
Oh, what? 33?
Happy anniversary. That's one of my partners from Facebook. I mean, our Facebook Clubhouse.
Okay.
We teach.
Okay, yeah, because me and Cheryl just wronger is a word. Okay. That is a word. It's a double negative. You can't be no wrong.
All right.
Congratulations on 33 though. Congratulations, man. That's
great stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna pray. Everybody stretch your hands out because me and Cheryl went 33, and I know it wasn't for the Lord on my side.
All right, final thoughts, man. What you got for him?
Man, wow. Well, my final thought for this evening is this, man. It's a shame how great we could be, but I think we have to see as a people, man, we got to see ourselves as so. I think oftentimes we read the newspaper clippings and we don't believe that we can be. If somebody told you was, y'all might not believe this, but people told me that I was unattractive when I was small. The devil will do anything to try to get your mind off. I knew I was Billy D way before anybody was telling me I was Billy D. You think I'm not? Listen, I am not. When I tell you, I knew I was. Listen, you got to talk to yourself sometimes. Oftentimes we listen to the voices and we're not talking to ourselves. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself and do what you need to do to become the best version of yourself that you can, guys. We're not doing that, and we're accepting anything. Become the best version of yourself so you can expect that from somebody else. That's my final thought. Did I say it? I said it.
Yeah, you say it.
I thought I said it. Okay.
One of the challenges of manhood is, well, let me back up real quick. When we look at the standard of manhood, God is the creator. He created us. He set the standard. He knows exactly what is required. The problem is when you lock into it for a period of time, it's going to seem as though you're losing because everybody wants the immediate gratification. Everybody wants the quick rewards. Being a man doesn't really have a lot of quick rewards, but they have lasting rewards. When you can look back on your life and feel good about the decisions you've made and you're not looking back with a bunch of regret. When you can look at your wife, look at your family and see the effects of good decisions and look and see that there are other people coming up who point to you and say, I want to be like him. That's what we're striving for. We need to get this thing locked in so it is clear. The standards are clear. And we have examples that we can follow, living examples, not people we read about, but people that we can go and talk to, ask questions, and just be around and just glean from. But we got to get it back in place, especially in the Black community. We need this greater than anything else because our survival as a community of people, I believe it's all about getting the man back in the right place. And that's my final thought.
I was looking at this Batman series that came on today, and they had these two women kissing on it. On Batman, though, you gonna take everything from me? I can't watch Batman no. You know the little series, the little cartoon series that come on?
A cartoon?
It was a cartoon series that was on Prime, and they had the women kiss. And I don't. What is the word coming? Black people. I'm throwing my hat up.
How will you respond?
Y'all have a great week.
We're gonna catch y'all next week. Yeah, peace out.